with her singing ass. Let's get to the show.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Q, and today we are making a roasted duck, y'all. This is gonna be a beautiful roasted duck. I mean, y'all, that I'm gonna turn into some fire ass duckin' noodles, okay? Now, if you are from St. Louis, or if you've ever visited St. Louis, if you know somebody from the Lou, okay? If you know somebody from the Lou, you have probably encountered an amazing, comforting, delicious, just full of flavor dish called duck and noodles, y'all. It's beyond special. So now let's get to it. We're taking the duck, and as you can see, I got the paper towels and I'm patting it dry. I'm patting it all the way dry. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm patting it dry is so that the salt and everything can adhere to the duck's skin and begin to kind of do like a dry brine. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, y'all. When I tell you this meat gonna turn out so delicious and unctuous and full of flavor, baby. Oh, I'm getting all excited again. And like, period. Because this was a labor of love. Like, making a roasted duck is not something that you just decide to do at the drop of a hat. You feel me? Like, there was some planning and stuff that went into this. Now we're going to take that duck that we salted and we're going to take it and, you know, douse it with some boiling water. Now, there's a reason why we do that. We're doing that so that the skin can tighten, because that's going to help that skin get nice and lovely and crispy. You know what I'm saying? As it roasts. But there's quite a few steps that have to happen before we can just pop this baby in the oven. You feel me? First, we're going to make a sauce. And that sauce, well, really, it's a syrup. This is going to be like a delicious syrup that's going to make that skin, it's going to change the color of the skin. It's going to build all types of levels of flavor. So first we start off with the shoyu soy sauce, which is a very delicious soy sauce. We're going to add in some Maggi seasoning. And this is going to be the syrup that I glaze the duck with while it's still raw. You'll see what I'm talking about. Now we're going to add in some rice vinegar. We're going to add in some cayenne pepper. And then we're also going to throw in some saffron. Now, this is different. This is the cayenne pepper and stuff is where I deviated from the actual recipe of Peking duck that I found online. I wanted to elevate the dish and I wanted to make it my way. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way that I saw the actual base recipe that I saw was beautiful. And there's so much technique that goes into it. And y'all, I also just added in some light corn syrup. Normally you would use maltose, but I didn't have that. So light corn syrup worked just fine. And contrary to popular belief, this dish originated in Nanjing. A lot of people believe that Peking duck originated in Beijing, but it didn't. It was Nanjing. Bomb. So now we're going to give this syrup a beautiful stir. And that saffron is going to add in a luxurious flavor, a beautiful floral flavor, as well as a pretty color too, y'all. Oh my God. Now, now this is funny. Okay, so, all right. I had to sit this up because you can't just lay this bird down. It has to be able to sit up. So I had to kind of stuff a glass in it. Y'all. Okay, y'all. And while I was trying to separate the skin from the meat, it tore a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to keep it rolling. You feel me? So now we're applying that first coat of the syrup. And y'all, this, like I said, is a labor of love, because you have to do this at least I did it 6 times. Excuse me. I did 6 layers of the syrup. Meaning that you have to paint the bird with the syrup, allow it to dry for about 30 minutes, then come back and apply another coat. You know what I'm saying? And yes, it was most definitely a labor of love. So as you saw, I took that neck flap and I just stuck that right on inside of the bird, because I didn't want to tear the skin any further before I was able to, you know what I'm saying, paint it really well with the syrup. And I mean, I got in every nook and every crevice and every cranny. But at the time, I didn't have the toothpicks. So I wound up getting those from the store and propping up the wings, because that's important. You got to be able to get all up, because I was putting the sauce and stuff all up under the wings and everything, but because, and as you can see that they're still in that down position, it kept the syrup from being able to dry and change the color properly. But I was able to rectify that with the toothpicks a little later on, and you'll see that this is kind of like, it's looking real spray tannish. Let me say that it's looking real spray tannish. You know how people get that spray tan and they spray it on their body and stuff, and then it starts. That's how it started to look. But you know what I'm saying? As you can tell, that color is starting to take a hold. And yeah, like I said, y'all, I was meticulous. I went over the bird multiple times with the syrup. And that really makes the skin, it gives it, like I said, a beautiful flavor. But y'all gonna see when I roast this mug, the way that the color of the, oh my God, the color of the skin, the texture, the deliciousness that comes from this was well worth the time that was put in, I promise you. And so I'm making this bird is gonna turn into a duck and noodle. Duck and noodle is a very popular dish in St. Louis, and it's something that I have not been able to find literally anywhere else. Like a lot of these dishes, y'all, a lot of the stuff that I'm making is stuff that I miss from back home, period. But I know that the technique for roasting a duck is a lot different than what I'm doing right here. So I'm all about, I love fusion food. I love bringing different cultures together and just meshing well and just seeing the possibilities and the colors and the flavors that could come out of that. You know what I'm saying? It is no secret that I definitely love Asian food. And I love technique, and I love just, you know what I'm saying? And the food that we have in St. Louis is so bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you'll remember the first time you ever have had duck and noodles. You'll remember some St. Louis style duck and noodles, because it's bomb as hell. Like the different flavors that just dance all over the palate, the textures of the noodles, the texture of the meat, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, the snap of that green onion, the freshness that comes in with that as well. It's just beautiful, delicious, and amazing flavor. So as you can see, y'all, I'm sticking with it. I am definitely painting this duck and getting it situated, you know what I'm saying, and letting it dry. Now that's one of the most important parts. In between each of these dousings of syrup, you gotta let it dry. You have to let it dry. It has to dry. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it's going to do. That's how you get that color. And then you'll notice that that skin will get really shiny. The syrup gives the skin a very beautiful sheen. A very amazing sheen. And y'all, when I tell you, like I said, I've had duck and noodles before. But this duck and noodles, after marrying the two different style of technique together, oh my God, y'all talking about bomb? Ooh wee. And I'm very happy that I took the time to do this. It just kind of came to me because I was craving duck and noodle, y'all. I was craving it, and I was like, ooh, but how do I make it different and make it, you know what I'm saying? And then Peking duck is something I've always wanted to try, because I've seen so many different videos of it and just how that skin looks so crispy. I've always seen videos of like duck à l'orange and all these different, you know, techniques and styles of cooking. And I was like, you know what? I got the money. Let me go ahead and get the ingredients. Let's do this thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it came to pass. And yes, like I said, it is a labor of love, because after you're done with the 6 coats, you're going to allow this to dry overnight. You know what I'm saying? This has to dry for at least 24 hours. And you know what I'm saying, and in between time and in the meantime, I was, you know what I'm saying, cleaning, you know, cleaning and redressing and dressing the bird and stuff like that, and making sure that my work area was nice, clean, sanitized. In the sink, I keep a big bowl of dishwater, hot dishwater with the bleach and all the dish detergent, period, no game. So we're going ahead and tidying up everything, getting it all situated, and then of course washing my hands thoroughly. Now this is the next day, you guys. This is the next day, and as you can see, the wing, in between the wing pieces, look like glass. And now you see that I've propped up the wings, and you can see how the seasoning inside of that glaze, you know what I'm saying, as it adheres to the body. The skin has that sheen to it, that shiny sheen, but it's still not ready to cook yet. This still is, even after this part, I still had to allow the bird to dry for the rest of the time. But right now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna roast off some aromatics. Now these delicious spices, we're gonna start off with some star anise. We're gonna do some whole coriander. Yes, throw in that whole coriander. We're gonna throw in some whole cardamom pods, because and I went this route as opposed to the pre-ground because the flavor is just burst. They're just so different. We're gonna do some whole cloves. And now with those whole cloves, we're gonna go ahead and just toast these. I toasted these for about a minute or so, and now we're gonna go ahead and put those in the food processor to break it down, because this is gonna be incorporated with other spices, and this is gonna be what lines the inside of the bird, okay? Because you wanna keep, this is more of a dry preparation. Even with the syrup, that's why it's so important for the syrup to dry. Everything has to kind of dry out in an essence to, you know what I'm saying, create the juicy, flavorful bird. You feel me? So now we've gotten all of those toasted and ground seasonings in there. Now we're going to throw in some allspice. We're going to throw in some cayenne pepper. Oh yeah, let's pick it up. It's time to season that bird, baby. Onion powder, the new onion powder that I've been using. The ground cinnamon, which is amazing. Let's throw that in there. I love cinnamon, period. We're going to throw in some fresh black pepper. And y'all know how I feel about fresh black pepper. So we're going to go ahead and grind some of that in there. We got some sea salt because, like I said, this is one of those dishes where we're building the flavor profile from the ground up. So no seasoning salt in this one. We're going to throw in some garlic powder. Y'all know I love garlic, flat out, period. I ain't got to keep saying. We're going to throw in some thyme leaves because y'all know how I feel about my herbs. All right. And now we're going to throw in, I believe, some paprika. Yes, there she go. Hey, paprika, what up, girl? Gonna throw you on in there, period. So now we're gonna do our fresh aromatics, and I got this beautiful, thick-ass piece of ginger. Come on now. Oh my God, this ginger was so beautiful and fresh and crisp. So now we're gonna go ahead and slice those into slices. Yes, because that's going to go inside the bird, okay? We're going to take this white onion. We're going to do that in chunks. We're not even going to slice this per se. We're going to take a serrano chili, and again, big chunks, because this is going to be like a stuffing for the bird. Y'all, we're going to clean some fresh garlic, because y'all know I love garlic in whatever form. Yes, period. Let's get it. Now we're going to go ahead and stir up those seasonings, the dry seasoning mix, and we're going to throw in some turbinado sugar. We're going to throw in some raw sugar. I really like this type of sugar, y'all. It's very delicious. And we're going to throw some of that in there. Yes, 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 yes. Creating all types of levels of flavor. Now let's take our bird. Okay, so now we got our duck, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to season the inside cavity, but first we're going to dry that inside cavity out. Okay, we're going to dry out that inside cavity, and we're going to sprinkle in that seasoning. Now, if it looks like I've changed clothes, I did. It's the whole next day. This is not, like I said, this is not something you just pick up and say you're gonna do from start to finish in one afternoon. This is a labor of love. It takes some time. It takes some patience to really get into it. Now, as you can see, the inside of that cavity has been completely seasoned from the runum to the tunum. Now we're gonna throw in those fresh aromatics, and I added in all of that. Also, a cinnamon stick. I also threw in a beautiful Cara orange. And Cara oranges have a different color to them. They so beautiful, juicy, sweet, delicious. Amazing pops of freshness and flavor, period. So now I'm taking these toothpicks and I'm trying my best, child, to close up this close up the cavities, because that's a very important part of it. You got to close up the cavities. So, oh yeah, and I just wanted to mention, guys, that dry rub seasoning that I made, that was basically a Chinese 5-spice. That's just like, you know, my rendition of a Chinese 5-spice. So now I took these skewers, and then that's when I was able to make some progress with closing up that cavity of the duck. So I closed that up with some skewers, some wooden skewers, and then I also went through and inside of those gaps, closed those gaps up with the toothpicks. You see what I'm saying? Yes, able to close that up all the way, because you don't want the juice to you know what I'm saying, escape out of the bird. So now I'm taking that top neck flap, remember the one that I stuffed inside the bird, took that out, and I'm removing it, cutting that off, removing it, and now we're going to close the neck cavity as well. And I did that with, I was able to achieve that with toothpicks. I didn't have to use skewers for that part. Yes, 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 yes. And you can tell that the bird has dried properly. It's very shiny. And to the oven we go. Now we've got our bird in the oven. We're going to allow this bird to bake at 350 for 45 minutes. Look at that. Ooh-wee. Now we're going to flip her on over. We're going to flip it. Look how, I told you that color, y'all. Look at that. That's beautiful, ain't it? And you see all those drippings. And this is so different for me because I'm usually putting a bird in a pan or something like that. This was able to roast directly on the grate, and that's important because all that duck fat has to drain. It can't sit on the skin, it has to drain. Y'all, look at this bird. After 45 minutes, we flipped her on over and we're basting it again. Yes, we're basting that bird, and as you can see on the leg tips, I put some aluminum foil so they don't burn. Now let's look at the result. Look at this meat. Juicy, tender, flavorful. Oh my God, my stomach is like starting to rumble and stuff as I'm sitting here. Look at that. I'm gonna show y'all tomorrow how I made the duck and the noodles, the actual, you know, soup. But right now, let's get into this duck. Y'all, this was Duck-n Amazing. I mean, you could taste the citrus, you could taste the cinnamon, you could taste the star anise, that Chinese 5-spice. Everything was beautiful, well-crafted, amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Stay tuned tomorrow for part 2 of this video. Yeah.
Alright, y'all, thanks for coming through and vibing with your girl Q once again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed this recipe. And if you guys like this content, go ahead and like this video. Hit that subscribe button so you can subscribe to your girl. Also, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the freshness coming from the Fresh Squad.
My God.
Thank you for coming through. You know it's your girl Q. Often imitated but duplicated over here. So no hatred, I'm as vibes. I cook it all. And y'all know I got that soul food. Season just right. I appreciate when you like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to the squad. Put your feet up and press play. Hey y'all, super safe, super blessed. Beyond prepared, we love ourselves. Master, we stay super fresh. Hey. Period. Pull that out though. Yes, yes, y'all. Yeah, yes, yes, y'all. To the beach, y'all. To the beach, y'all. Another wonderful video, another amazing recipe. Thanks once again for coming through and vibing with your girl Q. You know what I'm saying? I am so appreciative of y'all. and the love that I've been getting, the feedback I've been receiving, the constructive criticism, all of it has made my heart very, very glad. You feel me? I'm very, very grateful. Thanks, you guys, and I just appreciate y'all coming through, you know what I'm saying, chilling out with your girl, you feel me? Being able to commune together, get some recipes, share some laughs, share some love, you know what I'm saying? Period. That's what it's all about, y'all. It's the love, period. Y'all already know. Love wins, flat out, and period. And what love wins is love wins true peace, love wins harmony, you know what I'm saying? Kinship straight from the heart, you feel me? So, y'all, I had a real good time with this video, and I definitely had a bomb-ass time eating it, and I hope y'all come back tomorrow to see the next part of it, which is the actual duck and noodles, you know what I'm saying? The actual soup with the noodles and all that, the broth and the yummy and delicious and all of that put together. So, I'm looking forward to that. Period, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. There's always a message with the meal. And today's message is to love on yourself. You hear me? Love on you. Period. Do you feel me? Forgive yourself. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Forgive yourself. You know what I'm saying? Forgive yourself for doubting yourself. Forgive yourself for the imposter syndrome. Because sometimes that shit is real, y'all. You could really be walking around, you know what I'm saying, not believing that you really are as good as the fuck you know you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. So forgive yourself for that. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You feel me? Some things take time. So that's why I always say, do away with negative comparisons. Don't listen to what other people got to say. Sometimes people will try to pit you against other folks. Don't let them do it to you. You hear me? Stay in your own lane. Ain't no traffic. Period. You know what I'm saying? And then you can also be in harmony with other people on the road. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing good that comes at trying to veer somebody else off the road, because you really literally cannot take my destiny away from me. Only person that can take me away from my destiny is myself. And baby, if you waiting on me to do that, you're going to be waiting forever. Period. So, y'all, I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Fresh Eats LLC TV coming through this thing like what? All that love, that energy, period. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. More of that. Come through, subscribe. This helps me to build the channel, to make more elaborate meals, to try new things, you know what I'm saying? And to show you guys the whole journey in the process of it, period. You know what I'm saying? Much love again from your girl Q. And y'all already know, we gonna stay safe. We gonna stay blessed. We gonna stay safe. We gonna stay blessed. We gonna stay super safe. We gonna stay super blessed, y'all. We gonna stay super fresh. Period. Much love from your girl Q. Keep those hands clean. Keep those masks up. Hands clean. Nails included. Period. Keep those hands out y'all faces. Flat out. And just spread love, y'all. Spread that love and out there. Rona. Real business. Much love from your girl Q. Until next time. And there will be a next time. Period. Flat out. Come hell, high water. People trying to hate on you. Trying to stop you. They can't stop your shine, baby. So shine bright. Shine real, real bright on them. You feel me? Much love from your girl Q. Alright, y'all. Until next time. Bye, 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 baby. Bye, 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 bye. Alright, y'all. Much love. Bye, bye.